The Israelis have announced intentions to put more settlements in Gilo, I believe is the name of this area. How helpful or hurtful the process is that? And do you consider a rebuke of your efforts to stop those settlements?
Well, there's no doubt that I haven't been able to stop the settlements, and there's also no doubt from my perspective that it's in not only U.S. interest but actually Israeli interest to not build settlements. Look, the situation in the Middle East is very difficult, and I've said repeatedly, and I'll say again, Israel's security is a vital national interest of the United States, and we will make sure that they are secure. I think that additional settlement building does not contribute to Israel's security. I think it makes it harder for them to make peace with their neighbors. I think it embitters the Palestinians in a way that could end up being very dangerous, and it makes it hard to relaunch any kind of serious talks about how you achieve a two-state solution.
Mr. President, thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Israel and the settlements, Charles, seem to make a little news there.
Well, he returned, he's got his hard line again, in which he says that Israeli settlements are making it hard for a relaunch of peace negotiations. Well, look, apart from what anybody thinks about the virtue of a settlement or not, the ideological import of it, look at the historical fact. For 16 years, in the absence of a freeze of settlements, there were negotiations between Israel and the Palestinians. In fact, a year ago, Abbas, the leader of the Palestinians, was deep in negotiations with the Israeli prime minister at a time when there was an increase in settlements. So it was Obama who comes in. He calls for a settlement freeze. The Palestinians, of course, endorse it, and then say that unless Israel imposes a freeze, there won't be any negotiations. This is a self-inflicted wound on the part of the administration, completely unnecessary, and that's what has stopped the negotiations.
In another interview today, he said that his travels all over the world, he's the most traveled president in this for this period of office of any in history, that he's significantly improved America's standing in the world. Yet, on every issue, China, Iran, Iraq, the Middle East, it's more difficult than he anticipated. Of course it is, because popularity and high poll ratings on the president's behalf do not change the fact that this is a very difficult world, and he has not solved any of those problems yet.